So the rainwater system is working out great here. We're getting a pretty good rain shower. This is the third time that I've emptied these. They fill up fast, so I've been scooping it with the stock pot and just loading it into these. So we're gonna stockpile as much water as we can. So we'll have over 200 gallons, and that's a lot. I mean, for us, you know, like I said, I can shower on 2.5 gallons, usually 5. I mean, and that's plenty. I mean, that's me getting completely wet, soaped up, rinsed off, like a good shower. Sierra probably twice that. So, I mean, that lasts us a long time for sure until the next rain, and then the next rain, you know, we can stock up again. So I think it's gonna be pretty efficient for us. We just watched the mom of those baby birds. Oh, there she just went out. She just brought food to her babies in there, so I think they're all still doing good. She keeps going in and out of there, so I think they're gonna make it. Here's what we got so far in the counter and base cabinets, and we're just freestyling this whole thing. You know, we're just using whatever lumber I have. Nice thing about it is it's going to be free, completely free, this entire thing. It's going to be wood countertops up top. All the doors, everything for the base cabinets are all going to be free stuff from that resort. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, well, here's what I got going on the countertop here. I found this board. These were actually floorboards in one of the cabins at that resort. I'm going to sand this down, but I found this one. I think this will look really cool. For the counter. It's kind of like live edge siding almost. And then I have a piece, this is from the same board, that's gonna go right here. And I think that'll look pretty cool. When this is all sanded and then a nice clear coat on it, it's gonna look sweet, I think. And then I just went with some cedar tongue and groove that we also got from the resort. So everything here is being done with materials from the resort, which is pretty cool. Well, I've been sanding for about 2 hours now with the belt sander, and it's cleaning this stuff up pretty good. I think it's gonna look really nice with that clear coat on it, but I'm gonna go about another half an hour with the belt sander, and then I'll switch to the palm sander and finish sand everything. And then we will put a clear coat on it. All right, well, I got about 3 coats of shellac on this thing here, and I think it's shined it up pretty good. Definitely brought out the characteristics of the wood. And now I'm gonna put a clear coat on it, a clear coat poly, so it's scratch resistant and stain resistant. And then while that's drying, I'm gonna start building the cabinet doors here. So there's my 2 halves. Whoops. And now I'll go and put those battens on, and that's pretty much it. Get ready.
It's so good.
Good enough. Good enough, man.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Sick, huh?
Little cabinet handles are on now. Looks so good.
So now I'm hanging these cabinets here. I made these doors homemade. We got these cabinets from that resort, but the color of the doors and the cabinets didn't really fit what we had going on here. So we tried sanding them and we were gonna stain them, and we tried out a few different stains on the doors, but none of them really looked good with this. But I had just enough of this tongue and groove cedar here, which is the same stuff that's underneath, in between the base cabinet doors. So now it'll blend in really nice with everything. So the doors are homemade, but then this part is from the resort, and I just sanded everything off to get rid of that orange tint it had. But you know, we're just trying to make everything as cool as we possibly can with what we've been given. You know, we got these cabinets for nothing. I mean, they came from a resort, you know, a local resort, so that's pretty cool. Kind of a piece of history. You know, they're old. So we're just trying to make everything as cool as we can with what we've been given, and we're definitely going for the cabin in the woods look. You know, everything's wood and kind of decorated like a lodge. You know, so we're just doing the best we can. But pretty much everything in here will be handcrafted. You know, these, I guess, you know, the doors all are. This whole base cabinet's all done. You know, I just slapped together whatever I had, and then the only thing that's not are these boxes for the cabinets were already built, and then I just made the doors. So. But that was nice having that already done. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's maybe just a whisker low. I don't know, it's pretty good. We're gonna roll with that. Perfect. There. We got cabinets and shelves. Lots of room to put stuff away now. I just gotta add these handles. They're the same ones that are on the base cabinet, but I'll wait till Sierra gets home because I don't know how high she wants them. I think if you put them in the middle, it'll be a little high. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just put them in the middle. Sweet, we got a kitchen just about. I'll show you guys the plan for the rest of it here. Here's how the cabin kitchen turned out. I think it turned out pretty sweet. Not bad for a bunch of lumber that came from an old resort that was on its way to the landfill. So everything in this cabin kitchen was wood that was free to us, wood that we salvaged from that old resort. And they were from buildings that were built back in the 1930s, 40s. So pretty cool. And then we have some history in the cabin here. You know, the cabin counter here, these were floor joists in a building, so they were covered up their whole lives. And then I salvaged them and sanded them down and brought them back to life, and now we'll get to look at them for a long time. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It was a lot of fun. Took a little bit more time than I thought, but pretty cool. For the backsplash here, I really want to do some stone. Same way I'm going to do this wood stove hearth with rocks from the property. I think that's going to be pretty sweet to find just little rocks and kind of stone this in. That way it'll tie in with the wood stove hearth. So I think that'll be a good project. And then obviously we're going to have a stove right here. And then our sink, of course. And then right here is going to be our ice box. So I'm sure, I know a lot of you guys watch Boss of the Swamps channel. So it's not our idea. I want to make sure I give him credit. And when I build it, I'll make sure I give him some more credit because it's not my idea. I'm kind of taking it from him. But I know a few other YouTube channels have done it as well. But basically it's a fridge that runs on no electricity or propane. It just runs on the outside air during the winter. So it'll be walls full of thick foam. And then, so it's basically a big cooler box. And then there'll be a little slider here on the exterior wall that we can let the cold air in during the winter time to let that refrigerate our food. So there's no energy needed. It's just Mother Nature. And then during the summertime, we'll have a little chest freezer, and everything is going to run off solar, of course. But a little chest freezer doesn't draw too much. So we will we'll put ice containers in that chest freezer during the summer and then freeze them and then put them in this cooler box, and it'll keep everything at refrigerator temperature. So that'll work out good. And then, of course, it's wintertime 6 months out of the year, so our refrigerator temp 6 months out of the year. So then we only have to run that chest freezer with the ice bottles for 6 months out of the year. So not too bad. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. All right, guys. So our inverter is going to take a little bit longer to get here than we thought. It should be here next week, I guess. It was supposed to come last week. I emailed the company, but it didn't get shipped out when they said it was going to get shipped out, which isn't a big deal. So we just have to wait another week for that. But I'll have hopefully have that video coming up soon. Today I got a lot going on. I'm starting to do those beams inside, which maybe I'll show you guys that before I end this video quick. But and then I'm going to start up in the loft and get our loft window in, get that wrapped up. And then, yeah, then I'll be in the mechanical room for a day or two, hooking up solar and our propane water heater and all that. So not too much left to do around here. I'm trying to get everything 100% done. It'd be nice to have at least half the summer to just kind of kick back and enjoy the place and kind of work on outside stuff, you know, focus on our gardens and chickens and kind of, yeah, focus on outside activities. But I'll show you guys inside real quick. I'm also pretty excited to not have boards and stuff laying around everywhere, but it kind of is what it is. It's a construction site. This is what we're doing for those beams. It's that half log siding that we got, also from that resort. And I was trying to make it look like one whole log all the way around it, but they're all different sizes and stuff, so it didn't really work out to do it that way. But we're gonna put a nice decorative board on the bottom and top, and then it'll look nice. And then I use it to trim out this stuff here. We also got a TV. We don't really watch TV much, but it's kind of nice during the winters when it's dark at 4:30, you know, to throw on a show or something. And then I put these furred strips on this gable end here on the plywood wall. And then I'm gonna throw some up on these seams too, going across. But it's coming along in here. Well, as you can see, little by little, we're starting to get a little more, you know, set up around here. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you on the next video.